Hi friends, I wanted to create this video blog today to share with you about something I've been thinking about lately around how couples can re-engage that sense of magic in their intimacy, especially couples that have been together for a while because things can start to get a little bit routine or sort of, oh, this is the way we normally do things. And a lot of the couples that I work with in my coaching practice will say, hey, we're having sex, a few times a week or now and then, and and things are good, but they know that there's something more to be discovered there, something deeper, some new dimension of relating that they may have touched on in the past or maybe was there to begin with, but then they've sort of lost track of or lost touch with over time. So wondering, like, so how do we re-engage with that magic and that sort of sense of like, wow, something really special going on between the two of them. And so I was inspired by a couple that I worked with a few days ago who, they've got a great relationship, they've got a couple kids, full busy lives, and they make time for intimacy, a few times a week, but have been feeling that like, okay, they're ready for kind of what's the next piece, right? And so getting to work with them in the session to actually, what we did was to created a sense of sacred space. So getting to actually enter into a space together that felt like, oh, something special is about to happen here. We're really taking the time and using our intention to draw our awareness into this space for the magic of relating. And so the first thing that we did was to get each of them into a slight meditative space, just to get them to connect with their own breath and connect with their own bodies first. And bringing that sense of connection with oneself and awareness of what's going on inside is so vital to then bringing that into connection with a partner. So giving them, just a few minutes of guided practice to feel internally and then come out to connect with each other and into that space of eye gazing and presence with each other, really created the opening for something else new to occur between them. So in that, sharing some gratitudes and really speaking from the heart to one another. The woman had tears rolling down her face because she was so overjoyed. Like, this was what she's been wanting from intimacy, and just didn't quite know how to steer the two of them into that direction. So from there, really moving into touch and moving into sharing that intimacy, but with full presence and with full awareness, has a completely different feel to it than sort of just jumping in and doing the what we normally do. Um, so for them, getting to show them really like what that feels like to drop in together, to really slow down. And he said, wow, I realized I had to go about twice as slow as I thought in order to really stay with it and really be aware of what's happening. So, having them run their fingers across each other's bodies and, stroking each other's faces and hair with that level of presence just took them to someplace completely new. So what I most want to share is this quality of setting aside the mundane world and dropping into a special sacred space of connection where that level of awareness can carry you both into deeper places within yourselves and into a deeper discovery of what wants to unfold between the two of you. So yeah, I think that it's easy for us to get kind of stuck in our heads and in the kind of like race to the finish line or where we think we're supposed to go with sex. And it's instead so much about getting out of the mind and dropping into the body's awareness and the kind of organicity of the body to unfold and reveal the next step. So that's where the real joy and just utter pleasure of connection really arises. So what I'm eager to share with you, those of you couples out there who are looking for something special to do for Valentine's Day, I'm offering a tantric intimacy for couples evening class on Monday, February 11th. And what we're going to be doing is just this that I've been describing, learning how to create sacred space, what that means in your relationship, and how you can put those tools into practice to really come into connection first with yourself and then with your partner. To bring that meditative presence into sexuality, to let all of the juicy, beautiful sensations to unfurl and expand, and to kind of drink in the other's presence. So we'll be doing lots of little touch on the theory around Tantra, but then a lot of this kind of just actual practice in being in that kind of space together and seeing where it wants to go from there. So I welcome you to join me for that. It'll be in Oakland, Monday, February 11th, and I'll put the link in the comments. And sending you all so much love, and have a beautiful weekend.